The truths young home buyers need to hear. Brittany and Katie with the Q team in Rochester, New York, and we're here to tell you what they are.
So most home buyers are unsure, first-time home buyers, new home buyers, or some people that haven't been in the market in a long time. They're unsure of what the process is, what they can afford, all sorts of different questions that make them a little bit uneasy or maybe hesitant to start the process. So we kind of wanted to go through some of these myths and things that might be useful to know.
There were 3 statistics that KCM is Keeping Current Matters that they shared with us. The first one is that 1 in 4 home buyers aged 25 to 40 underestimated their buying potential by $150,000 or more. Right. So that goes to show how important it is to talk with a loan officer before you start the search, so that you're shopping in the right price range.
Yep. The second stat was 1 in 4 of those home buyers or potential home buyers underestimated the increase in value by $100,000 or more, which is huge.
Right, and that just speaks to the volume of listings going down and the values increasing. Right, and then this one was really interesting. 40% or 40 what? 47%.
I don't know what percent that is.
Of these home buyers in this age range don't know what a good interest rate is.
And that I see all of the time.
I know.
I mean, both of us work with a lot of first-time home buyers or people that are, you know, just maybe entering the market for their second home or whatnot.
Or it's been a while.
Yeah, and they're like, I don't know what a good rate is. I got quoted this rate. Is that good? You know, that kind of thing. And they don't know how much of an impact an interest rate can have on their, you know, mortgage, their payment, etc. So that's really important to know as well. So we wanted to talk about some of the 3 key concepts that are important for us to educate these buyers entering the process, and you know what may make a big impact on their I guess confidence entering the market and their understanding and education around it.
First one is down payments. There is a huge myth out there that you need a 20% down payment to purchase a home. That is false. It is not true. You do
Most
not,
people don't
have this. You do not need 20% down.
I think what is the average? I think the average down payment for home buyers, it was somewhere between like 5 and 7% the last time I looked, which is, I mean, that's much more reasonable than 20%, much less daunting, especially as you get into higher price points.
And especially for first-time home buyers who are sometimes scared away by that. They won't even enter the market. They wait. They're like, well, I guess I'll wait 5 to 10 years to buy a house until I have that much saved, but you don't need to. And a lot of times it doesn't necessarily make sense to. And the benefit of having 20% down is that you avoid PMI, private mortgage insurance, which is an added insurance payment to your mortgage payment. So your mortgage payment will be a little bit less when you do have 20% down, but oftentimes that may not make a difference, and you may be able to build equity and increase your financial wealth and well-being without having to wait 5 to 10 years to do so. I agree. The next one, you may be able to afford more home than you think. This speaks to one of the stats that we just shared. This is why it's so super important to know your buying power before you start shopping in the market. So there was a quote from NAR that was published that said millennials underestimate how much home they can afford right now, how much interest they pay over a 30-year mortgage, and how much home values appreciate on average over 10 years. So all of this information, you know, understanding what you can afford, what that will get you, what that looks like in terms of a payment, how that compares to a rent payment. Oftentimes it is not much different than a rent payment, and you're building equity. So all of those things, it's just important to go through the mortgage pre-approval process, go through discussing with a realtor how you can enter the market and, you know, make a financially wise decision and make sure that you have all of the facts to, you know, be able to ultimately achieve that homeownership goal if that is what you want. Next, this one I think is a big one. Home ownership will become less affordable the longer that you wait. We're already seeing that. Even the past 12 months, the past 6 months, the past 3 months, values are still increasing.
And they're expected to continue to increase.
We don't see it slowing down. Maybe, no, we don't see it.
No.
Well, I think maybe slowing down eventually, but I don't, not go back.
I was just going to say, more so stabilize.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, I mean, a lot of people are like, you know, talking about me, you know, well, when the market crashes or the market slows down, but I don't think that they're realizing that like prices are going to keep going up as demand is still high, and then they may slow down or stabilize, but they're not going to go back to what they were. So the longer that you wait, the more likely you are going to be paying those inflated prices or those appreciated prices. So the fact that interest rates will not stay this low for the long haul, the fact that you may be missing out on, you know, building the equity or taking advantage of that appreciation, getting in now while prices continue to go up, all of those factors, I mean, it may cost you more to wait if your sole decision of waiting is because you want to wait for prices to go back down.
Right.
I guess we're here to tell you that may not be your best choice.
So bottom line, if you're overwhelmed, you're not alone. Everybody that is trying to be in this process for the first time, they're all feeling the same thing. So reach out. We will help guide you through it, talk you through every step of the way, and
that's what our buyer consults are for.
Yeah, they're free.
They are. And they're for your education. You can be a year out. I'm meeting with a client of mine next week that they want to move a year from now, and they're just like, we just want to prepare. We want to make sure we have enough saved up when we're ready, and etc.
And it's best to prepare for that, because if there's something that you're either not ready for, or, you know, financially or life circumstances or mentally even, sometimes people are just like, I'm not quite ready to be a homeowner yet. It's never too early to start planning for that.
Yep. So reach out. We're here to help, and we hope this was helpful for you, and share with any of your potentially first-time home buyers or buyers entering the market that may seem a little bit overwhelmed, and let them know they're not alone, and we're here for them.
We're here for you.